I am Karlee and I own and run Karlee's Kupcakes. I've just relocated from Australia to the US, but back in Australia I supplied cupcakes and wedding cakes for different events, wholesale and corporate orders as well, and I am completely self-taught. I was working a full-time job in bank fraud, which I know sounds really exciting. It actually was to me, and I did actually really like my job, but I needed a creative outlet outside of that. I was a kid growing up playing sport, always using my hands, cooking with family and things like that. So naturally I gravitated towards watching YouTube and picking up different ideas and baking habits and having fun with it from there, and I guess I somehow ended up here. You just have to start. You really do. Do a lot of research, surround yourself with good people. Don't be scared to go and network or reach out to different people, different businesses that you can work with. You've got to have the most confidence in you. You can't expect other people to have the confidence in you if you don't have it in yourself. So you need to work on yourself and make sure that you're in a position to do that mentally, physically, and also financially. And then again, do your research. That's the most important thing. I have never really considered myself a role model, but I am a big sister, so I guess I can kind of match it to that a little bit. I think for me, it comes back to the age-old saying of treat other people how you want to be treated. And I guess I want people to look at me and think that I am a good influence to them, or whether it's to their kids who might follow me on social media as well. So I do take that very seriously, and I am aware of how many followers I do have. But in the same sense, I want to make sure that I do remain myself and don't turn into someone that I'm not. Both of my parents are self-employed, so I kind of grew up with that mentality that you can provide for yourself and you don't have to be working for someone else. That's not to say that that's a bad thing, but I was just given really good insight with my parents on what's really good about working for yourself and also what's really, really bad about working for yourself. So they are definitely a couple of role models for me. And then definitely my little sister. She's one of the most giving and caring people that I know, and would give someone the shirt off of her back. So I like to keep those sorts of things close to home. Outside of that though, Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary V, people might know him as, he's an entrepreneur and likes to cuss all over the internet. So some people don't like that, but I kind of take from it what I need, and he is fantastic. So if you haven't heard of him, definitely check him out. So unfortunately, all my talents are on display. That's all I have to offer to the world for my talents. But an unknown fact people might not know is that I don't drink, and I haven't since I was probably 18 and a half. So that was a choice that I made. I'm not like a recovering alcoholic or anything, but I just like the idea of, I guess, not diluting my thoughts or having anything obstruct my decision-making process, and I decided to live that life for myself, and subsequently my husband is exactly the same, so it works well. All of my wholesale accounts that I held with my business over the 4 years that I had it, they were all small businesses as well. So we were really able to kind of connect and I guess sort of being on that level of being like, what the hell are we doing? And everyone's kind of learning on the job. It was really good to have those relationships. And then locally here, I'm loving being involved with all of these female entrepreneurial groups, such as this one, and meeting really cool people and just how friendly everyone is. But I have to give a shout out to Evan Davies, who shot my wedding. He did an amazing job and pulled it together really, really quickly. So I'm sure I'm going to continue to meet many amazing people here. My favorite thing about running my business definitely has to be the relationships that I have cultivated through it, be it my clients, be it other professionals, and even just people on the internet that I've made these friendships with that I have never even met. I think that's probably the actual experience that I can give people versus just a product is something that's really important to me, and I think is why my business has done as well as it is. It wouldn't be very easy for me to sell my business because I am my business, and I think that that's so important. Do your research. I can't express how important it is to do your individual research on your industry, be it what the product is you're actually putting it out, seeing what your competition is, but as well as the boring stuff like the accounting, the taxes, everything like that, because if you don't take care of those in the beginning, they will catch up with you and it is not fun. If you do need to delegate that, then don't be scared to do that. It is worth the cost in the beginning to outlay that and make sure that it is done properly from the beginning. And I think as well is just the confidence. You need to know that, like I said, you have the confidence in yourself so that other people are going to have that confidence in you when you're providing a product or a service, because if you're not outwardly showing that to everyone, then it's going to be very hard for people to trust you and your business moving forward.